Recording. I want to introduce you guys, everybody, to my wife, Taylor. That's Taylor. Taylor stopped by to say to work on some stuff. Are you leaving? You don't want to say anything?
No, I have no words.
She said she has no words. Love you. That's the person in my life who is helping me become a more whole person. One of the most difficult things as I would say as a man, but even more specifically as a very independent, grew up without a lot of parental guidance. It's hard to really submit to another person's authority to speak into your life, to say, do this, don't do this. I have a lot of trust issues with people, like that they actually are saying something to me to actually benefit my life, or if it's just from fear, right? So 1 second, I want to check and see the audio. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. Okay, we're good. I don't edit these videos. I want these videos to be really raw and honest and real and just that. And so I don't edit them, so sometimes I have to check to make sure it's recording because I'm not going to do it again. But anyway, like I was saying, it is really hard for me to just trust that people want what's best for me. So when they give me advice or they tell me something, I've been hesitant. And I'm getting more and more, as I become more of a healed, transformed human being, I have less of a negative look on people when they're giving me advice. And I should say this. I still don't take everybody's advice or let everybody just speak into my life, but I definitely want to let those who know me best speak into my life. And the person who should theoretically have the most authority to speak into my life is my wife, Taylor. And it's been a process for me to really trust her opinion and believe that what she says I should really listen to, even if it doesn't make sense. That's a difficult thing. Now, there's something to that. So, yeah, like I was talking about yesterday in the video, and I got some good interactions yesterday with you guys about what do I share with you. And I'm going to pull up this comment real quick to show you. There was one that was really cool to read. This one was from, dang, where's it at? Who said it? Basically what they said was, like your viewer can't determine what you share, which sorry, I'm just going to read it. Sorry, hold up. Here we go. This was from Kai Aishin, whatever. He said, he answered my question, how much of my life should I share? He said, it's not a question we viewers can answer for you. That's for you to decide, quote, with your wife's input. And I really appreciated that because I think a lot of times, a lot of viewers think that they get to determine what somebody shares. And I think I've even believed that, and to some extent. But at the end of the day, I think it really does come down to what am I comfortable sharing, and what is my wife comfortable with me sharing. I'm kind of an open book. I tend to overshare, I think, than maybe undershare. And but it was just cool. It was cool that you guys validated that, hey, you and your wife should determine what you share with us. It was almost like this guy said, hey, you don't owe us anything. And that was really refreshing because I do feel like that pressure a lot to just like I owe viewers something. And I don't know. I don't know if it makes a lot of sense, but you're watching me walk through that process. Because one of the things that is true, and I know it's true, is that I just want to be an example of a person who can be honest. Particularly somebody who is proclaiming, I am a believer in God, I trust in God, I have a relationship with God. I want to be someone who's honest, though, because I grew up learning about God and growing up around church people, and everything was so hypocritical. It was like saying one thing, do another thing, hide all these things behind closed doors, and never actually be honest about where you're at and what you're actually doing, actually struggling with. And so I think part of me grew up, I kind of swung to the other side where I'm like, I got to share everything. And that's not actually true. It actually made me think about Kanye West when I saw Kanye West's one time post this just so out there tweet that was just super sad, but it was just so honest that it was this probably shouldn't have been shared with the world. This should just share with your family, counselor, etc. And I resonate with that because sometimes I'm like, in order to be free, I need to just share everything and not hold anything back. And that's not true. I think there's context for that. I think first and foremost, the place where I get to share completely, freely, and just be totally me in just sharing my thoughts and feelings or whatever is with God. That's first and foremost because I think He, above all, can handle it. That's why I journal so much. The next closest person theoretically should be my wife, and even then, I hesitate to share certain things. I don't want to share something that is just an unprocessed thought just yet that might freak her out. One day, I hope that we'll get to the place where she can hear just my most crazy thoughts, and we're both just unfazed almost. I don't think either one of us are there yet, but it is a journey, and we're on that way. We share, as much as we possibly can right now, using discernment of what do we share, what do we not share. She doesn't share every single scary thought that pops into her head anymore. She just is oh, he doesn't need to know this or whatever. I don't know. That one, that's maybe I'm getting to a different conversation. I kind of want to go back to originally just this idea of submission and me learning what it's like to be me, but also let other people speak into my life and give me feedback on, hey, maybe you shouldn't do this, or maybe you should try it this way. That's always been hard for me as a rebel, as a hyper-independent human being who grew up without people speaking into his life and really building that trust that if you tell me not to do something or tell me to do something, it's not because you're just trying to control me out of your own fear, but rather because you care about me and you want to see me thrive. That is a very difficult idea that it's taken me years and years and years to just kind of understand. And so, two things. One, guys, thank you for seeing me and listening to me and just encouraging me with hey, you don't owe us anything, that type of thing. That's I appreciate that. This guy, Flo, aka Joe, said, I just want to encourage you to keep making these videos where you share your life and especially talk about topics that are rarely addressed, especially in a Christian context like divorce or pornography. There are many young men and women out there who struggle with these issues, and it really helps them to know they're not alone. Keep it up, bro. Thank you, Flo. Thank you, Flo, a.k.a. Joe. Lanny said, when thinking about how much your life story, internal or external, to share, I would ask myself, for what purpose am I thinking to share this? To help myself or to help someone else? I think motivation is key to identifying whether I should or should not share something personal on a public platform. But that's just me. That's good. I think that's great. I think my chief motivation with these videos is to encourage people to be real. And it's it's a twofold thing. One, me and when I say encourage, I mean really showing. This is me being real, and I want you out there to feel real as well. And making these videos is it's like a daily reminder to be what I say. And yeah, it's a win-win to me. I get to share and be honest and be encouraged by sharing. Speaking out loud helps me. And then there's people out there who are clearly benefiting, and being encouraged. So, yeah, I'm feeling better today, I'm just kind of like surrendering a lot of the fears of the future that I've been having lately, just about business, about life. We have we've been trying to find someone to live in this rent house that we own, and that's been like a stressful process, and we lost the client, and I just got a text from Taylor. I would do a vid with you, actually. Great. If you want to see a video with Taylor, comment below and tell me if you would like to see that. So anyway, going back to it, I've been kind of stressed out, and I think really at the end of it, deep down, I'm afraid of the future, and I'm like struggling to believe that God's going to come through, even though He's come through every other time. And so I think this is what it looks like to walk by faith. It's just like walking by faith doesn't mean that you feel good about it and you feel good all the time. It just means that at the end of the day, if you go through a nine round boxing arena, at the end of the day, you're gonna win. You win. Like, you might lose the first 8 rounds, but the 9th you're gonna knock them out. That's like the story of walking with God, is that no matter what happens, like, God will come through, and He always has. He always will. I'm not worried about it. Happy Friday, everyone. I hope you have a great weekend. I really do enjoy you guys engaging with me. I'm actually like reading your comments, and the ones that I mean a lot, I listen to both. Like, there's some in here that obviously you get some comments that are just like not worth responding to at times, but for the most part, you guys have been really thoughtful, and I appreciate it. You're watching me kind of go through this process of facing fear, getting back to sharing in this context, probably healing. I've had a lot of fear and probably like past trauma, even from doing YouTube, just all the stuff that happened in my life from it. And this is a great opportunity for me to just face it, experience it, try things, try talking about. I just want to just be real, have a place where I can just be real in this context. And at the end of the day, like, my chief motivation with this whole thing is to just encourage others to be real. I think that's it. Just encourage others to be real, be honest. Because when I'm doing that, it helps me. There was this research done. This was really powerful research with alcoholics. And it showed that 90% or more of alcoholics that found long-term extended sobriety, 90% of them all went back and encouraged and helped and walked with others that were also trying to be sober and live that sober lifestyle. And that's kind of how I feel with this. It's like, if I'm going to continue being real, because I've struggled with just being myself most of my life, if I'm going to continue to be real for the rest of my life, I think my best shot is by constantly getting around people and encouraging them to be real as well. And then it just motivates me. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Sean's here?
Yeah, she's here. She's already set up. She's been here for 5 minutes.
For real?
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt you. So.
Okay, cool. Gotta go. Doing a testimony. You should watch our other channel, Seen and Love Studios, God Stories. There's a playlist of all these amazing stories of people being real. And if you have a great story, you want to come share your story, send us a message. All right. Peace.